Hello everybody, my name is Jacob with MustContainMinis.com, and today we're coming at you with a public service announcement about Wild West Exodus Showdown at Retribution. The issue is that the box doesn't properly tell you what bases to put on your models. So there are plenty of models to build, but just what bases do these miniatures go on? In this video, I'm going to answer exactly that. To find the answer, you need to go to the rulebook. On page 8, in the book that comes with the Showdown at Retribution starter set, it shows you on the top right which base size you use for those miniatures. The assembly instructions don't show you which size to use per miniature, but if you go back to the cards, as we saw in the rulebook, that is where you find the answer. So in this starter box, we have 4 different base sizes to worry about. We have a size 1, a size 2, a size 2 oval, and a size 3 oval. Looking at the book, when you need the oval sized base, it is denoted with a O in brackets beside the number. You will find the same to be true when you go online and you look at the cards for the other factions. Knowing that you can find the base sizes here will help you throughout the game system as you grow into it. There are a few miniatures in this box set that you can build in a couple of ways, and they give you different base sizes depending on the build that you use for that model. Let's take a look at the Cav models for the Enlightened faction. So the Spider Cav has different size base than the Mono Cav, yet you use the same sprues and most of the same components to build both. Let me show you what that looks like when we get the two models to the tabletop. So we have the Spider Cavalry here, and then I'm going to put beside it the Mono Cav, so you can see that they're on 2 separate bases. The Spider Cav is on the 3-sized oval, and the Mono Cav is on the 2-sized oval. Now let's carry on. Looking at the miniatures, here's Emily on a size 1 base, and we have Smash and Grab on a size 2 base. We're now bringing in a Mono Cav on a size 2 oval base. Let's slide them over to give room to the other ones. The size 3 oval is fairly large, and that is what's coming in now with the Spider Cav. Now let me show you how to base all of the Enlightened faction starter set miniatures that come in this box set. Emily is our only size 1 miniature in the whole box for the Enlightened faction. The Union faction has a lot more size 1 models. Smash and Grab is our only size 2 miniature for the Enlightened faction in this box set. Now we have a few options for the size 2 oval miniatures. We have the Mono Cav, and we also have the jet bikes. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about those jet bikes and how to put them on the bases a little later on. I think you'll want to stick around to see this. For our size 3 oval miniatures, we have the Spider Cav. I really like these models. I almost thought of building my Mono Cav the same way as the Spider, but because it's a starter set and because I'm a reviewer, I decided to build it as the box suggested. In the back, we have our main character for this faction, which is Gustav Eiffel. At least he's the main character for this posse. This is the Iron Horse. For the Enlightened side, this is called the Construct Cavalry. And there's also an Iron Eagle version, which is an upgraded version that the Union side can take for their robots. These motorcycles can be used for a few different factions, including the Outlaws and the Law side. But today we're going to look at them for the Enlightened. Now the bases are quite slick. They perfectly balance on the stands of the bases. You can put them on and off of the stand using a little hole that is within the miniature. Now let's take a look at that. So you can see the hole right here. So that little hole holds the spike of the base, and you can just slide it off and on easy. It's perfectly balanced, so you don't have to worry about it looking silly when you're playing your game. And when you're done the game, for easy storage, you can just take it off and put it in your storage container for your miniatures. Or if you have a display case, you can just leave them on there, whatever you want. But it's so easy to take these off and on. And you don't have to worry about getting that flight stand hit with the paint while you're painting up your model if you do it this way. Pretty slick on the part of War Cradle. This is the complete miniature set that I built from the Wild West Exodus Showdown at Retribution 2-player starter set. The guys at War Cradle did a really nice job on these miniatures, and they're all made out of plastic. To me, they look fantastic. You can build the spider cav and the mono cav as 2 different builds, so you can do 3 of either or a mixture as I did. The reason that I want to give this public announcement about the bases within War Cradle's Wild West Exodus 2-player starter set Showdown at Retribution is because I've seen people putting these on the bases wrong, and honestly, I had a hard time figuring out the bases myself when I got the starter set. So now that I've figured it out, I wanted to share with you how to base it so that you don't end up putting them on the wrong bases and later regretting it. A special thanks goes out to On Tabletop for sending me this box of miniatures for review. They sent me this for their Wild West Exodus Global Gunslinger League. This is a slow grow paint league where you can do posts about painting the miniatures, about playing the game, or whatever else you want related to the 2-player starter set or Wild West Exodus in general over on their site using the Projects tab. This league runs until the end of 2021. If you're interested, there is a link down below to something on my website that will tell you about how to get involved. On top of that, I want to say that if you go to the Wayland Games website, you will also see a picture of how these miniatures are supposed to be based. That said, I did not see this information within the starter set, on the back of the starter set, or online when I did my initial search when I first got this starter set. So hopefully this post helps you out. Finally, there are some affiliate links in the description below. If you use those links, a small portion of the sales price goes to Must Contain Minis as a commission at no extra charge to you. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, happy gaming everyone!